Hi there, I'm Amanda, and welcome to the Indie Author Crash Course, your roadmap to self-publishing from someone who's right there in the trenches with you. A little bit about me. I have a background in classical history and English literature, and I've taken two courses on publishing and have now self-published 2 books, and Vanity published one. We don't talk about that one, but actually, we will talk about that one in next episode. I wrote my first book when I was 14, and I am now in the midst of building my writing career. I am the founder of imprint Mythosmith Publishing. We're going to actually talk about that a little bit later when we go into author branding, but I actually had to recently do a switch. I used to be called Pantheon Publishing, but there's some intellectual property issues with that. So, yet another mistake I made. We'll get into that. Next point: experience the ups and downs of self-publishing firsthand. I'm gonna go through all of the mistakes I've made, so you can learn from them the easy way and not the hard way, or the semi-easy, medium hard way, or whatever SpongeBob says. I'm going to be sharing honest, peer-to-peer advice, no gatekeeping. I am going to just lay it all out for you. And I basically just want this to give you a head start to grow alongside me. I want you to achieve your dreams. I want you to get your book out there. And a little bit about me. I have 3 pet snakes. Miko, Nyx, and Marrow, who is bone white. And they're all mythologically named. Except Miko. I didn't name Miko though. So yeah, that's a little about me. And my first book is called that's my second book. My first book was Daughters of Disaster. That was in young adult urban crime. And my second one was a dark academia fantasy Greek mythology blend, and that is called The Tale of Cory, and that's actually part of a series that I'm still writing at the moment. I want to start by being very transparent. I am not a mega best-selling author. I haven't won big awards or sold thousands of copies. Yet. I'm still in the early chapters of writing my career, and that's precisely why I made this course. Because honestly, if Stephen King told me, oh, self-publishing is super easy and here's how to do it, I am not believing him. But I am proof, and that's why should you listen to me? Well, I'm hoping that by the end of this video you'll maybe give me a chance, because I'm just trying to give you information I wish I had. Because I've been through a lot of the messy, frustrating, confusing parts of self-publishing, and these mistakes costed me so much time, money. I quit for 7 years because of it. I don't want that for you. I want you to just get your book out, and I want it to be as smooth and stress-free as possible. Now, it's not going to be stress-free, but I want it to be as stress-free as it can be. So, because I am where I am, that is why I'm making this course, because I have now published 2 books in 2 ways. I have 4 more coming. So, I feel like I've gotten at least a little bit of it down. So this course isn't about polished, perfect advice. It's not someone at the finish line. It's me sharing what I know, what I've lived through, and what's helped me find my footing peer-to-peer, writer to writer. And I want you to walk away from this course with an understanding of the self-publishing landscape, and understanding, depending on where you are, if you're still writing your manuscript, if you've gotten a manuscript and you're like, what the hell do I do now? If you've already published a book but it didn't go well, if you're traditionally published or established, I'd love to hear from you in the comments to maybe get your take on it. But as someone who has not found necessarily a living income off of it yet, I want to be transparent about everything I've learned and talk about the tips and tricks that I wish I had known when I started. So you'll understand steps you could take, what to watch out for, how to set yourself up for as much success as possible in a way that's manageable and authentic to you. And we'll dive into everything from understanding what it is, what it isn't, author branding, picking the right publishing platforms, pitfalls, planning beyond the course. And I want this to basically just be a helping hand to you, honest guidance from someone who's trying to just figure it out right alongside you. And so whether you're just starting out or trying to get a better grip on the journey, I want you to know you're in the right place. And I'm so glad you're here. And let's get started and make this adventure something we can both learn from and grow with. Okay, so self-publishing. Depending on who you ask, it's either a total game changer or something you do if you're not good enough for the traditional way. But, I mean, neither of them fit. I mean, it was a game changer for me. It sure was. But it's also not easily that way. For me and for a lot of us, it's about ownership, creative freedom. For me personally, I started off the wrong way. I went with a vanity publisher the first time, and let me tell you, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I hated my first cover with the different ways. There's only one way that you're always going to be 100% happy with your product, and to me, that is self-publishing. So for me, it was about creative expression and feeling like I had my hand in every part of it, and it being something that was truly mine, and seeing it all the way through as a product of my brain and of my imagination and of my creativity, like unbridled Amanda. That's what my writing is. And there's something magical about that, you know? Being the one who directs everything. Like, I don't want someone else who doesn't understand my vision to be making my cover and then saying, okay, this is the cover because this is what sells because orange is in. Like, no. I want something that is mine. So that's my personal reasons for self-publishing, like in a nutshell. But it's often talked about as like the easy way, and it's not true at all. You're not skipping work. Well, I mean, some people do. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way, in my opinion, and then a whole lot of nuance in the middle. I mean, if you are using AI to just write some book and then you just slap it onto KDP and call that publishing, yeah, you're the problem. Yeah, I said it. You're the problem. But that's gonna show. It's going to show, and that's kind of what gives self-publishing a bad rap, is that most people don't go through the time, whether it's because of a choice or because they don't know better or because of money or whatever. People usually, if it's a bad book, but of course there's bad books and like self-publish in traditional in vanity publishing. There's like bad books all the way around, and there's great books all the way around. But ensuring that you're self-publishing and putting out the best thing that you can possibly put out is the point. And so in that way, it's not skipping work. It's taking all of that and putting it onto your own plate. You're the writer, but you're also the project manager. You're marketing. You're the creative director. You're the finance department. You have to learn how to talk to people. You need to learn how to advertise. You need to learn how to do PR. It's so much, but it also means that it's yours all the way around. Every decision, every word, every choice, it comes from you. And that's just so powerful. It's not lesser, it's not giving up. Readers don't care what way it was published. They care if it's good, and that's your job, is to make it good. And there are so many tools for that without using AI, and I'll be walking you through them. So, if you're here wondering whether self-publishing is valid or real or worth it, it so is. It's not easy, but when you get to the other side, it's so powerful. So, in the next video, we're going to take a look at how self-publishing stacks up against traditional and vanity publishing, because, you know, people say things on the internet and with varying accuracy, and I want you to know exactly what you're choosing. So, see you in episode 2.